Okay, hi everybody. We're going to play Train Simulator Classic today. We're going to stick to our Clear Creek narrow gauge route. And we're going to take a little bit of a detour and we're going to do the Central City passenger activity. So we'll get started. Okay, start at Forks Creek. As soon as train 51s clear the depot, you can reverse into the platform to pick up your passengers. Once you've picked everyone up and you have your train order, you're ready to head up the branch. Okay. I have this on. There we go. If you look over here, the station, this is the train we brought up yesterday. Not the exact one, obviously. This is like the main line train. He's headed up to Georgetown, up that way. And he just dropped some passengers at the station. Once he is out of the way, you should be able to throw this switch here. We're going to back our train down. We got to do it quick or they start penalizing you. So here we go. As soon as the coaches start running up the platform there we go. And we can kill the bell. Okay. So we'll set the headlight on, get our reverser forward, and we'll be ready to go. And once we get the signal here. This is the Central City branch line, or it might be called the Blackhawk branch. I don't know. Everybody got on board, and okay, we have our train order. This is train order number 6. Train 151, that's us at Forks Creek. Engine 65 on train run 151, run from Forks Creek to Blackhawk. Meet number 63 at Blackhawk on freight extra. So that's not really worded right. It should say meet extra 63 at Blackhawk, but that's fine. Okay, good enough. Let's release the brakes. We'll start pulling forward here a little bit. I'm going to start shoveling too. Once we're on the move, there we go. One of the things I was doing, one of the many things I was doing wrong yesterday was I didn't have the fire built up enough. So in these engines, you want to bring it up to about 75%. I, for some reason, was sure that it couldn't go over 70. So it wasn't really good enough heat. Part of our problem. I also just wasn't paying attention. It's okay. We got it fixed now. Pretty steep incline here, and it's going to be pretty steep uphill most of the way, so we're really going to have to stay on top of the fire. Try to make sure we're not blowing too much of our steam pressure. Put the blower on so we can build steam up over time. And we'll do our best. It's going to be a pretty challenging run. Headed up to Blackhawk, Colorado, and there up just further to Central City. this engine, the stream from yesterday was the Clear Creek passenger scenario. The engine is a big plow. This one, and it's a nice detail. A little variance. A little bit shorter train too. That's okay. You're gonna need a little bit shorter train to get up some of these hills. One of the prettier routes in the game, that's for sure. I even like the little detail. A lot of the little narrow gauge railroads didn't bother with ballast and stuff. They just laid the track right on the ground. This route captures that pretty well. Shovel, even though we don't really need to at this point. Just want to keep it fire nice and hot. Yeah, after our problems running yesterday, you can see, if you're on YouTube, you can see stream from yesterday. We ran into all kinds of problems. I cracked open the manual for this route and kind of looked at it. There's a lot of things I wasn't doing right, so it's okay. I think we got them figured out. At one point, we got penalized, I think, minus 10,000 points. We were being a little bit late. Oh, not a little bit late, we were like 10 minutes late. Yeah. Try her again today. See the grade starting to pick up here. As long as we keep the pressure up, we can handle the grades pretty well. As we found out yesterday, once the pressure starts to go down, there's not enough push on the piston, so you start losing power and also losing steam. We got caught into a little bit of a death spiral. It'll be alright. No penalties yet. Night is young, as they say. Making pretty good time so far. We'll see. Cut off back open since we're on 4% hill right now. They did a really nice job on this route. I haven't been on this railroad in particular. I've been on the two of the big Colorado narrow gauges. Captured it pretty well. Track kind of wiggles its way along the little creek here. Big mountains on either side. It is something else if you ever get a chance. Don't want to really get there too fast if we can help it, because we're just going to have to wait for this other train that we're meeting. So if that happens, we'll find some way to keep ourselves up. We have a stop in Black Hawk, Colorado, and then we're going to go up what's called a switchback to get to Central City. We'll go into what a switchback is. You gotta kind of watch it, because you'll come onto kind of a flat spot and the engine all of a sudden wants to take off. So you gotta be ready to kind of back it down. And also, the more you can back it down, the more you're building your steam back up for the next hill. I don't like it when it's just overhead like that. It does have little marker lights on it, don't they? kind of nice thing about slowing down is that then you're using less steam, so it does let you start building back up. It's not ideal to be going that slow, but you can't really open the cutoff any wider anyway at that speed, so take what we can get. Flattens out a little bit up here again. We'll be ready to bring the cutoff back in. It's kind of a feature of older locomotives. The seat, the engineer's seat, is up like next to the boiler, like wedged next to it. See where that guy's sitting? I would think these guys must just burn themselves all the time. You know, with the firebox right here. Doesn't seem very comfortable. Yeah, you have the firebox door back out here on the foot plate, and the fireman has his seat wedged up in here. On top of all of that, after dealing with all of that nonsense, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was true on the Colorado and Southern, but I know in most cases, crews on narrow gauge trains got paid less. It kind of makes sense. They're carrying less stuff. Insult to injury. On the main 2-foot narrow gauge, crews got paid about half as much as standard gauge crews, which actually was a steal because they were only pulling about a quarter as much weight. So. And the railroad company would say they were coming out of there. It would have bothered me. You're doing the same work. Safe to say this is going a lot better than our video yesterday. We were really struggling. Actually, I wasn't doing it right. We're doing a lot better on this run so far. Give it time. This is Smith Hill water tank. I get the cutoff setting right on the 0, which is something I need to work on. Look at that, a bonus for being on time. How about that? So this is kind of a side quest here. And the next time we stream this this map, we'll finish our Clear Creek passenger run, or main line passenger run. We can start cutting the throttle back instead of just cutting back when I cut off. We can really start building steam back up, which is good. These engines, I don't like to put the cutoff much lower than 20%. They don't really get very much pulled up. Once you have the cutoff down to 20, then I start fiddling with the throttle, controlled speed. Pull the blower at this point. Get the boiler nice and full while it's high. On a hill. It's okay, we put on probably 12 pounds of steam pressure here, so that's good. We didn't waste that flat land. You can build up as much as you can, and then you can't. This route also does come with one oil-fired locomotive, which I have never been able to get the hang of. If you can do it, you are a better engine driver than I am, man. I cannot get that figured out. I don't know what it is. Basically, coming into Blackrock in about 10 minutes. We'll have a long-ish station stop there because we're running ahead of the time. Imagine that. And then we'll head up to Central City, and that's kind of a cool run. That's what's to come here. Stopping at the Depot South Track platform. It says that, and then it says North Track here. Follow the directions down here. Just wait until you get a new train order for your lead. Engine 63, extra 63 is currently switching around Black Rock. You need to check all the switches. Got it. Get in. shoveling as we're getting into town here, because we're not going to need the extra steam. Ore mine here. Not sure what ore exactly they were after up here. You know, a lot of them it was silver, I think it was lead too. A little bit of gold. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Run away. There we go. We'll keep up the wall. For right now. We're gonna be way early for our station stop here, but that's okay. We'll roam around and we'll look around town. That's interesting stuff going on. It's a mill. Feels like a pretty unsafe speed to be ripping through these curves like this, but speed limit says. We got paying passengers with us. Turntable there. Tower. This looks like this is what a sluice, I think this was called. Trying to remember the last time we streamed this level. Yeah, takes water from the creek and funnels it up to the mill. Grade it's really sharp and levels out. Really sharp and levels out. So trying to manage fire in the engine and blowing the whistle and ringing the bell. You know, trying to make sure you're not all of a sudden taking off. We're going to start slowing down just a little bit. This is the station right here. Standing on the tracks, waiting to get picked up. That's good. No, that's not going to trigger an episode on me. Not at all. Brakes tied on nice and tight. And fastener. Okay. Injector on. That's it. For now. Well, that's this stuff. So we're here. This is Black Hawk, Colorado. See, this is the caboose and the outbound train for that extra 63. It's the little freight yard here. Click on the map. Yeah, little 2-track yard. Oh, 3-track yard. Freight cars all over the place. The boiler's nice and full. Take the free camera and we'll head up through town. All kinds of little industries here. These look like refrigerated cars. Because they have the hatches here. These look like, I don't know what you call those. Down a little further, see the big mills. Quite the boom town here. I think they use the water for filtering the ore and then also just for cooling. This is a little mine train here. Ever been on Big Thunder Mountain at Disney World? Oh yeah, and you can see the little mine cart. We follow the little track all the way over here and into the mine. That's kind of neat. Where's the other one go? The other one comes down into this building. I don't know. I don't know where it goes from there. Yeah, it looks like a freight house with a load of lumber in front of it. And local freight train. Extra 63. Alright, so yeah, we got the scenario is that he's up here switching, working away. We gotta wait for him to be done. He'll come down and get out of our way, and then we'll head up here, and we'll go through the switchback and head up to our last stop. He should be on the move here any second now, hopefully. I really like this little engine. I think they were built in like the 1880s or 90s, something like that. And this is how they were supposed to look in like the 1930s time frame. They were built for a railroad. I think it was the Denver, Leadville, and Gunnison. Got taken over by the Colorado and Southern. You kind of see the bones of like a really old steam engine that's been upgraded. It's got the reservoirs for the air brakes, the dynamo, there's your air pump here. Not much over on this side, detail-wise. And when you look inside there, you can see it still has the old Stevenson motion. And he's got the old slide valves. There he goes. He's got a big train in and out of town here. He's got this, and then he's got all these other cars down in the yard. Earning his money today. And he's working down towards me. I'm gonna get my boiler nice and full. Pretty impressive. There's another town on the like main line, I guess, on this route called Idaho Springs. That's a lot like this. Has a lot of detail. Kind of nice. Once he gets through, we gotta check all our switches. Should just have to get this one, I would think. Engine locked. Why? There it goes. Okay, just for the extra sure, we'll check the map. Yep. I'm gonna come up here to the switchback, so we're good. Start shoveling too, get the boiler nice and full because we still got some hills ahead of us. Boiler's full, firebox is nice and hot. We'll be ready to go. Okay, engine 65 on train run 151. Run from Blackhawk to Central City. 163 is in the clear of West Switch at Depot. Okay, so not really written the way it's supposed to be again, but that's okay. So, all right, here we go. We got our passengers on board. And we're off. Cylinder cocks. We'll keep the bell on just for a little while. And this feels unsafe to be going this fast. Into the Blackhawk lower switchback and stuff. Switchback is like a zigzag. It's an area where going up a hill, straight up a hill, would be too steep. So we basically break the hill up into bite-sized pieces. You'll see what I mean as we go through it. So it shouldn't come roaring in here because it's not super long. Beautiful. Okay, what are we waiting for here, game? Okay. Make sure the switch behind us is changed. We're going to upper switchback, which is back up here. Looks like we're good. All right, here we go. The weird thing about running backwards like this is your cutoff controls are reversed. Fight a lot of muscle memory here. No, way up here. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I'm just getting a spindly trestle here. This feels like we're going too fast. That's a good. See how high up we're getting here already. Reverse it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Switchbacks. Where are their switchbacks now? The Cass Scenic Railroad in West Virginia uses switchbacks to get up the mountain. That is absolutely worth the trip. Give it a chance. When they say it's in the middle of nowhere, it is in the middle of nowhere. It's out there. There's a big radio telescope nearby. So the railroad itself is in like a no radio area. So your GPS won't work, your cell phone won't work. When you're trying to navigate to it, that can be a little unsettling. Get used to it. Read signs. Just pretend it's the 90s again. figure it out. 4.1% mill, which for a railroad is very steep. You can see that that's how we came in down there. There's the local still working away down there. Another kind of freaky bridge, especially for shoving across. Yikes. Oh my god. Backing up at almost 20 miles an hour with a passenger train, by the way. It's okay. Okay, look at that. High up there. Gonna start easing off just a little bit. Getting to the end of our switchback here. Ease it off. Ease off a little more, a little more, a little more. Just want to get clear of the switch. Alright. Okay. Phew. Well, there's a tree right in front of us right now, but the window view is pretty nice. Here, we'll cheat a little bit. We'll move the camera. Yeah, look at that. Huh. All right. So we'll change the switch. See it change a little bit. Okay. Away we go. A little fast. Just a little quick. We'll get on. We need a shovel too. We just came up there and we're already so much higher than we were. I don't know if this is supposed to be a station or if it's just like a building model they put here. It's like an odd place for a station. There's Blackhawk way down there. really need to stop obsessing over the getting it sound exactly right. Doesn't cost me anything. You just have to, the listeners just have to hear the keys. So you can kind of see what we did. Come up, we showed back, and now we're going up again. Central City. I have no idea like what the actual like elevation is, like how high Central City, Colorado is. We'll have to look. Station sign might have it. I'd be curious to know. I bet it's up there. I drove I-70 across Colorado once. Look at this cliff. Look at that. Whoa! It's interesting. There are places you're on the highway in Denver, you know, the Mile High City, way down below you. Yakking and not paying attention, and all of a sudden the hill goes away. Train tries to take off on me. We got the safety valve going off. Boy, we didn't have that happening yesterday. See the advantages of narrow gauge here. You shoehorn this little skinny track into a little ledge. You blast out of the cliff. You know, trying to build a standard gauge railroad up here, I don't even know if you even could do it. If you could. The cost would have been unbelievable. We're getting close now. There's Central City Depot up ahead. Another one of these freaky trusses. This is Central City, the mining town by the looks of things. There must have been something up here worth tracking all this stuff up to now. How steep that is there, look at it. Depot, yeah, is like right up here. Just a little bit. Should go way early anyway. Kill the throttle. This is flat. Alright, Central City, Colorado. Is that the elevation on there? No, it doesn't. That's it. It's high. And that's it, the end of the line. Just dead ends at the mountain. It's funny. It's like they were just like, nope, we're not building no more. There's a lot of detail. Like, I mean, you look close, there's not a lot to it, but it's enough to give you the idea, and it gives you the feeling of being way up in the mountains. A lot of customers, lots of stuff. You can tell this must have been a busy railroad when they built it. But once the ore ran out, there wasn't much left to do. Trucks, I imagine, probably killed it too. Well done. You've arrived safely at Central City. Scenario complete. Look at that. What a turnaround from yesterday. What a rally. Got our good noodle gold star. Oh, we're just the best. But, all right. Well, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. If you like what you see, go ahead and throw me a like. And if you want to see more, subscribe would help me a lot too. But we appreciate you watching tonight, and we'll see you next time.